But yeah, so they're trying to tackle copyright, but I always sympathize with them because I personally I think just copyright is like a messed up system anyway. Like, I don't feel like what happens on YouTube is YouTube's fault or even necessarily the label's fault. Well, it is the label's fault, but not necessarily because of the law. Like copyright, it's the copyright law. Like you can't use someone's song in a video, and even fair use is not even a thing. Like you can use people's thing for fair use, but then again, like if you're using a backing track in your video, like, they've got every right to claim it just because they own the song.
But to take all the money?
Yeah, that's where it's wrong. To take all the money is wrong. Yeah, that's just the law. Like you have to license. Like you have.
I do get that, but so the thing that they've added in now basically is a company can copyright it, but they can't take all the money from it. They can either tell you to mute it, they can take the video down. Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
Yeah, so it's like you can, but also they said, YouTube said that you can have like a short amount. They didn't specify how long, but they said you can have a short amount of a song
I think
played.
It's 9 seconds.
Okay, yeah, something like 9 seconds, which I know everyone always used to say you can play 30 seconds anyway.
Oh, I always said 6 seconds.
But I don't think that was true. I think people just said that, you know. And also they're saying like if you're in a car and a car drives past with a song on, they're going to try and get rid of that now. But I just think like how?
Okay, so when you're saying obviously the copyright law,
yeah,
if a car drove past with a song on,
that should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine.
But why?
So
because you're still I know what you're saying. But
well, yeah, I think YouTube is a weird concept because before YouTube existed and these type of mediums like Twitter and that, you would never get an example where a song will be used in a piece of content that doesn't have the approval. Like radio, TV, films, you have to have the license. Because imagine like you're not going to put like a 200 million into like a Marvel film and then have a song in there that you don't know if you can use it because it's going to have so many legal issues. So now, because we have things like Twitter and YouTube where we like make the rules in what we post, obviously it's going to have issues. So things like the car driving past, they can technically, if they want to, say, oh, you can't have that in your content that you're making money on. But I also think like it's YouTube's fault for like allowing that to happen. Yeah. And not flagging it as a certain way. So I guess YouTube can do more and they are trying to do more to improve it. But also, and I am mad at like labels claiming stuff because it's not right. But at the end of the day, they will if they can because they're a business and they want to make money. So it's not right.
But that's get the law, what you mean. But I do think the fact that so many people probably got employed to literally just go through videos and go, oh, okay, Randolph used 3 seconds of our song. All right. Straight away, that's all his money gone.
Fully, yeah. It does suck so much because,
like the fact that they're all out of jobs, surely.
Yeah. They will be now.
That would be so many people.
Yeah.
And I do get like the sympathy side of it. But at the same time, I do think there's so many people out there making videos that, like, fair use, I know it's not an actual thing. Yeah, but it is kind of a thing.
It is a thing, yeah, but I think, I don't know exactly what the law is on it, but I know that, someone would upload a video, like 50 Cent Candy Shop lyrics. And in the video, they're like, no copyright intended. I'm like, what do you mean?
So
that's a different example.
Anything like that, yeah. I completely understand. If you claim that, fair enough.
Yeah, like, what do you mean no copyright intended? Like, you have broke the copyright law, but you can't say, oh, I shot someone but didn't intend to.
Yeah.
But no, just to clarify my point, I'm not saying like, obviously if someone has a song in like 3 seconds, 10 seconds, that shouldn't be claimed. I'm just saying, I think my point more is the people who get mad that they can't use a song in their video in the background. When people are like, oh, what? I should be allowed to use what I want. I'm like, well, no.
Yeah.
But I do realize that 3 seconds and 10 seconds stuff is wrong. So background music shouldn't be claimed.
What I think is like, what would be, obviously this is so impossible to govern and set up.
Yeah.
But say you upload a 15-minute video, you use 3 seconds of this song. Mm-hmm. They can claim 3 seconds of your video.
Yeah, like whatever percentage of that. Yeah,
if you do a 10-minute video and you use 1 minute of it, they can claim a minute.
They should do that, yeah. And YouTube should put in a system where you even like when you do the mid rolls and stuff, you literally put in what song you've used, and then it knows. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what?
I feel like you're saying like how would they know? I think the new YouTube rule is that they have to give time frames, don't they? So if someone claims your video, they have to literally put in.
That's because the amount of times you get claimed, and they would just like, we'd do a football video or something, and I'd use 25 songs.
You don't know which it is.
Drops, and they'd just go, yeah, that's our song.
Yeah.
And I'm there like, what is?
Yeah.
Like, I've used them from different sites that are all copyright free. Like, there's a YouTube channel called, I think it's copyright...
There's so many
non-copyright sounds.
Non-copyright sounds. They're like a label now. They used to be, I tried to start one when I was younger, but
literally every third song is copyrighted.
Yeah, that's what used to really annoy me about those people, because they're not actually royalty-free songs. They're just songs that they uploaded.
Yeah,
and you can't guarantee that they are. It's just they're just putting it on a channel called non-copyright sounds. You don't have you know. I'm not talking about this channel specifically, but those channels who have like who upload songs, you never know. That's why, like for me, like I'll be working with an editor and he'll be like, oh, I'm going to use some other music in this video. And I'm like, nah, use what I've sent you, because like say if the video does get claimed, I don't want it to be your fault that you got claimed. Like whereas if I give you all the tracks that I've paid for on like certain websites, if it's wrong, it's my fault. You know.
See, okay, one example is the song Boulangerie.
No.
Do.
Oh yeah.
It's like
is that where Harry got like?
It's like the most used song.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm just checking if it's still good. Yep, it's still good.
So that is like the most used song in our group.
Yeah.
Like JJ used it.
Yeah. Well, all the music that JJ ever used, everyone in the UK just uses that.
Yeah.
Or used that.
So that song, I used it for a while. Like
it's so good though.
But I used it for a long time, and obviously, like I didn't have a license for it.
Yeah.
Then this whole thing became a thing, and every video got claimed.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to buy the license to it. I didn't know that was a thing. I was just lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
So I bought the license for it, and it's like, okay, yeah, I now have it.
Yeah.
Put it in a video, and it got copyrighted, and I'm literally there like, but I've got a license.
Yeah.
So then I had to like argue it.
Yeah.
Put the license in. After about 2 weeks, it got reverted, and I got it.
Yeah.
Then the next, like I did it in a video a week later, used the song again, got claimed again, and I'm there like, I've literally just proven it.
Yeah.
And then I argued it. To this day, still hasn't been resolved.
Yeah, that's the bad part about it, because that's them just using the dispute system.
They can just sit there and go, we just won't answer them.
They're like, we know you have the license, but we're just gonna say, oh, we're busy, we haven't had time.
Until if they answer and say I have it, like, oh, okay, yeah, you're right, I get all the money back.
Yeah.
But if they sit there and just don't answer, all the money that it's still making goes to them until it's proven.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean, does it always go back, or does sometimes they get it?
What?
Like,
if it's proven that I actually had the license, I think it then goes. It depends how long it takes.
Okay.
Because you get paid like 2 months later.
Yeah.
I think it's if it goes after 2 months, they get whatever that period.
Yeah, because they can't unpay them.
Yeah.
That's dodgy. Yeah. That's the hard part. The system does need to get better, and it looks like YouTube are trying to do steps to make it better. But I think the issue, my point, what I'm saying in this part really is, like, I get why that YouTube. It's not, the power's not always in YouTube's hand, because they're working with like Universal Music Group, they're the biggest label in the world. Like, they can't go to them and be like, look, you can't claim that video, because technically, like, in the law, they can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, YouTube can do things to make our lives easier and communicate with us more, which I think they're trying to do. But at the end of the day, they can't like argue with the copyright law. So that's why the issue with what was the thing, the Article 13 or whatever.
Yeah,
that was my issue. Is like, if it's their liability, right? So
yeah, it's on you.
It's going to change to their.
But that one was so ridiculous, because it's like you have to make sure you have like licensing for everything.
Yeah,
like you can't wear Adidas shirt.
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's because then you're literally sat there like every video on YouTube is either sponsored, or you have to wear plain stuff in a plain room. Yeah. Like, you can't walk down the street because there's shops in the background.
It sucks, yeah. And like it's like every piece of music, you have to actually get you have to show them you have the license for it before you even upload, rather than the other way around. You know?
Yeah, but things like crazy that didn't even make sense. Like Toby, for example.
Yeah, his intro
got copyrighted, all his videos, and it's like he literally had it from the start.
Yeah,
from the actual personal.
But again, that's tough as well, because like he might have approval from them to use it, but not necessarily the label. You know, so the label might not know that they've given him the right to use it.
Yeah.
In certain cases, like maybe in his case they have, but say if I'm signed to a label.
But I think it was someone that was unsigned. Okay. At the time.
Then, so that's all them things become difficult.
I don't know.
So music law, copyright labels is such a it's such a difficult thing to like. It's just the rules are so bad. They're so old fashioned. They're always old fashioned, and they never get updated. And they need to, because like I said, like back in like 10, maybe 20 years ago, before YouTube was a thing, there was not really any mediums where people would be using unlicensed stuff anyway. Whereas now they are, so they have to update it to match the times that we're in.
Yeah.
I mean, Facebook is like, this is crazy. Facebook is like one of the richest companies ever. and it only existed. It didn't even exist. Like maybe like what 18, 20 years ago. That's crazy to me. Like because you have like BP and all these like big companies who've been going for like 400 years and are still like big companies. Then you get like people like Facebook who are like
make
babies.
way more in like
it's scary, man. So obviously the times are changing. We can't have the same copyright law that we've had for like 100 years. Makes no sense. Like makes no sense.